Yeah, so this is the second episode this week, which is keep doing a bit of housekeeping. This is Monkey. Okay, so this is the second episode this week, and just because we're so prolific, obviously we have so many ideas, which we definitely don't actually have. We're going to do 2 episodes a week for a little while. Might have some special guests on soon too.
Return to Monkey.
Talking about things that we don't really know. This is the Pogcast. Return of the king to attack of the clothes. This is the Pogcast. It makes no sense, and that's what we're here for. This is the Pogcast. Like and subscribe if you wanna see more. This is the Pogcast.
So yeah, considering that's totally been like a few days since we recorded the last episode.
Yeah,
It's been more than
we
3
recorded
minutes.
the exact same day they get
yeah,
posted.
totally. Yeah, we're totally in the same clothes. We wear the same clothes for a whole week's at a time.
Yeah, well, I have
wait.
literally worn the same piece of clothing every single podcast.
Yeah, I've
I
noticed.
don't plan on stopping. It's my onesie. Why would I ever get out of it?
New day!
In case you want a Tuesday. Hey, nice.
Isn't
I
a
was gonna-
koozie
I
just
did-
like pants and a shirt?
Yeah, and no underwear. Okay,
And
so
no-
Okay, wait. Okay, so something from the last episode that I want to continue on. Nerding together something Tolkien related. I'm a
Yes.
massive Tolkien nerd. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm a Tolkien fanatic. I love all of his work. I think
I
the
didn't
man's
actually. I somehow hadn't gathered that actually.
really
Yeah, I
Not
didn't
sure
know
how.
that. I didn't know that you read
no
very much.
idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
Oh,
I mean, that ring could be from anything.
Yeah.
When I
since
see a
I didn't.
gold
I hadn't
ring,
even noticed it. I thought that you're just like a.
yeah,
I thought
No,
that you're
I-
just part of like some sort of cult or something.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, you're
but
summoning something in
When I
that ring.
see a gold ring, I don't immediately go, "The one ring to rule them all,"
That's what I do.
Yes.
I usually think that person's probably a thief.
or like a widow.
Yeah, you're a widow.
Ashnastrakel, Hagbosom
got
is
you.
ik van
Oh
Palko.
no!
What?
Wait, that's soldier. What's widow's voice line? It's like
One ring to rule them all. One
no,
ring to find them.
I don't know.
One ring to bring them
Whatever.
all and in the darkness.
No one even
Yummy.
likes that game.
Really? Oh.
No, no one.
Okay.
No one plays Overwatch anymore.
Yeah.
Team Fortress 2 is where it's
Everyone's
at.
watching Valorant.
Okay. If I had a drink,
Okay,
I'd
so
drink
wait.
to that. But
I,
like drinking game. Team Fortress 2, we got drink. Yep.
My water bottle's over there. I'm not gonna get up.
so I gotta nerd something together. So Tolkien
Yes.
was a huge fan of mythology, especially Norse and Greek. He really liked Norse and Greek mythologies that you guys may or may not know that.
I know a bit of it. I know Greek mythology pretty well.
Yeah, I
Now,
know a little bit.
Norse mythology knew, or not new, it brought up a lot about elves, and Greek mythology occasionally referenced orcs, if
Mhm.
I'm recalling correctly, which I may not be. So if I am, anybody who knows, tell me on that.
Yeah.
But
I don't think orcs were ever referenced in Greek
I
mythology.
think they were referenced as ogres.
Okay, but ogres and orcs are very different things.
Yeah, ochres are actual things.
Yeah,
Sure.
ogres are much larger than orcs.
Yeah.
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 But
I also have a worse odor.
the
Lovely
idea of
ogre
what he
odor
created,
cologne.
the idea of what he created, especially the elves, orcs, and dwarves,
Mhm.
I can see very much rooted in particular Norse mythology, because
Yeah.
I quite like Norse mythology. I find it really cool. But it, the whole concept of dwarves, especially, was very common in Norse, and elves was occasionally referenced, but they were usually like these little, more like gnome-like creatures.
Yeah, elves were like Santa's elves kind of things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
dwarfs were kind of an underground race in Norse mythology beforehand, but he definitely like dwarves didn't have like an accent to them until same with elves didn't have an accent to them until he made them have an accent. It's pretty crazy
Yeah.
how much, and it's also
Well,
pretty
that's the
crazy
whole
that
thing.
he did
He
all
spelled
this
it as
80
elves
years ago.
instead of elves. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I can completely see him pulling ideas out of that and going, okay, well, we need kind of a, like my friend of mine, he's been creating this fantasy world thing that I've been helping him put together for a while now, and or like a few weeks, and you kind of get this mindset that you need certain standards to be met. But then I'm saying that as someone who's participating alongside someone who's already created a lot. I'm just kind of acting like a scribe and writing everything down.
Okay. Yeah.
And I kind of get the mindset of, oh, we need to meet these certain standards. But him who's been creating the world, he doesn't have any standards he wants to meet. He's just creating a world. I think Tolkien did that too. If he didn't say, okay, we need an immortal race, then we need two little races, and then we need the race of men. He just said, okay, these should all coexist well.
Yeah. It's like, let's throw them together. See how it works out.
I mean, he didn't really have any, like, the ability to not know what the fuck you're doing is amazing.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because then you can never be like, oh, this person's just doing it.
That's why the Beatles were so good.
Why would I ever do that?
They had no idea what they're doing because no one had ever done it before.
True.
I mean, what's thing like what's that song Helter Skelter? They took like 20 takes of it, and by the end of it, the like final take that they took was like 20 minutes long and involved all of them getting high halfway through it, and them running around with an ashtray lit on fire on one in Paul McCartney's head or something like that. With grabbed his guitar, randomly plugged that in halfway through the accordion. Yeah, but then the random crazy outro is what you actually hear faded back in that take. And the I've got blisters on my fingers thing.
Okay, bit of Tolkien nerdity. Did you guys know that he actually created a dwarvish sign language for the sake that their forges would have been too loud, they couldn't talk to each other, so they would have communicated through a certain type of sign.
Mention that at any point in the book?
Nope. He
genius.
basically mentions it in the appendices of, I think, the Silmarillion. I might be off on that.
So like deep lore, but he still created it.
He
created 15 different dialects of Elvish. I mean, the man was a genius. I mean, he had like a fascination with language. So
like a family that we know has like, I think they have like a box set of how to speak one specific dialect of Elvish, High Elvish, basically, because there's so many variants of it.
Sindarin's kind of the most popular. Sindarin or Quenya.
Yeah, but just the fact that when the movies came out, there's people critiquing the pronunciation of different things.
Oh yeah,
they had to. That movie is basically like quadrilingual or something like that, because they're actually speaking the languages. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not most movies where they're just like kind of do some gibberish and that's the language. It's like stars or something.
They're not speaking Simlish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm at the I like that nerd level personally that I'm at, of being able to know what that says, know what the inscription on the ring says.
I don't know. That's just too much work. But that does remind me of an interesting.
I don't know why I like knowing that, but I like knowing it.
That does remind me of a really interesting story that I heard, which was that two people from different countries that didn't speak each other's languages met at Comic-Con. They were both big Star Trek fans, and so they couldn't communicate with each other except that they both knew Klingon.
That's amazing.
And so they started talking to each other, and they eventually got married.
And they just actually speak in Klingon. Oh yeah, that's the thing where they all dressed up as Klingons for the wedding.
they probably learned each other's languages.
No, if
but they
Klingon
started
works,
out.
why not?
Do
I
your
guess
vows
fair
in
enough.
Klingon? Hell
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, raise your kids in Klingon.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
so cruel to raise kids speaking Klingon.
They go to
The
school.
first
and they're
language
like,
is Klingon.
I don't know what anybody's saying.
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of accent you would have if your first language was Klingon. That's an interesting thought.
Couple, if you're watching, please do that. We need to
mean,
know science.
It's for the science. We need to know.
We need
But
to learn
it's
what a
also
Klingon
interesting
accent
to
actually
think
is.
that once we have people like living on the moon,
They don't develop
it's
an
going
accent.
to become a moon accent and then a Mars accent. And
Sean's a Martian accent. That's amazing.
But then again, they would just be. Oh yeah, I guess it'd have to be a
For a certain amount of
generation.
time. Yeah.
yeah,
but-
just like Australia, right?
Yeah.
They all started out as British.
Well, the reason why
but-
Australia has a different
British
accent than
Texans.
here, basically, why we have such a clean accent rather than how, in technical terms, dirty their accent is, how much slang and how, because basically in Australia, like all the dignitaries came to Canada, basically.
and
Like
all of
everyone who's like rich in the US like migrated to Canada and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's where the British people came from. But in Australia, they literally just shipped criminals down there.
Yeah.
All the most dangerous criminals in the UK, they just shipped them out to Australia, and that's where the accent comes from. It's all the most
Also,
yeah.
Australians are just British people that have gone far into their skill trees.
True.
And then New Zealanders or Kiwis are British Australians. Is
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, it's
It's
Yeah,
kind
we're
of
just
nice.
but here we're just generic. Like we
Yeah.
don't have like we literally this is like the least colored
Wait.
English accent there is.
wait.
We are three
Hold on,
Caucasian men.
hold on. So Australia, orcs, Britain, men, Canada, elves.
Yep.
Yes or
And
no?
yes. And the US is the what? And
I
no,
don't know,
no,
I feel-
Dwarves, maybe?
PI is hobbits.
I feel
PI
like
is the hobbits.
Europeans. No, I feel like Europeans are
Yeah.
better fitting of elves because they're tall and blonde.
Well, actually, Aphrodite in Canada is
But
taller
more,
most
yeah,
places
but
in the
more
EU.
like the accent. You
than
know,
accent
how-
wise.
Like
accent wise, Australia, orcs,
Yeah.
or maybe dwarves.
Yeah, dwarves. The US is
Dwarf-
orcs.
US is orcs
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Europe is men, and then we're elves. All right, cool. Glad
Yeah,
to-
nice.
wait,
I like
wait,
that.
wait.
What about New
Because
Zealand?
the-
New Zealand is hobbits.
the
New
average
Zealand is
height
hobbits for
in-
sure, 100%.
Obviously.
The
I mean,
average
the
height
movies were
is-
filmed there.
Yeah. Where else do you think they would just ship out the hobbits out there? They went there because there's hobbits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They went there specifically because there were hobbits already there,
Yeah. Definitely.
for sure.
Yeah. I see no problem with
What
that
other
logic.
possible reason would there be
Yeah.
for them filming the movies there?
Absolutely. Yeah. But isn't there that thing about how
Okay,
like
wait.
so many like international like sportscasters and newscaster people are actually from this region basically because it's such a uncolored accent.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. I always thought that, like, this is going to be hard to explain, but I always thought that I thought that our accent was so, like, kind of normal just because I grew
Yeah.
up around it.
But then you didn't realize that
But
it was actually just normal.
It is actually, like, it is,
It's the vanilla of accents.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do we get cool accents? Like
It's
even the
the
people from
whipped cream
Seattle
of
say
accents.
rough instead of roof. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom's
That's why
American,
I
so
just-
I always say roof.
But-
Wait.
But you're saying roof, not rough. It's specifically Seattle.
Okay, wait. I'm
Or
gonna
say
type
rough
something
instead
in
of
the
roof.
chat. How do you say this word?
This is going to be polarizing.
Decal.
Decal.
Yes.
It's a decal.
It's a decal. It's
No.
a decal.
It's a
You're not
decal.
Italian. You don't have to say a decal.
Yeah, but
Okay,
how
a
you
decal
pronounce
is the
the
proper
word is a
pronunciation
decal.
of those letters.
It's a
but
decal.
It's the
But
proper pronunciation
also-
of those letters.
It's a decal.
Knife is
Comment.
kniff.
People in the comments. Yes, a knife is a kniff. That's how it's supposed to be said.
No, it isn't, because English beats up
It's
other
Ruish.
languages
English
and
is
robs them in alleyways
English is
for
terrible.
random pieces of grammar. So it's
Yeah.
actually pronounced decal.
It's decal.
No, it's decal.
No, okay. People in the comments say, is it decal or the true answer decal? You'll
It's
get a heart. Your
decal.
comment will get hearted if you say decal, not decal.
My personal favorite word in the English language, and this is a very controversial topic, is fuck.
Is
That
what?
word can be used anywhere.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Well, actually, the word set is the most versatile word in the English language. It has over 400 uses.
Okay, but you can't put it between pretty much any two words and make it make sense.
What, the set? It works.
No, not really.
What, the profanity?
What in
Yeah.
the gosh darn hell?
Oh, hell no!
What in tarnation?
Just
I would say a smock is a pretty fun word to say.
yeah, smock. Did you get that from Calvin Hobbes when you realized?
Yes.
I have the box set out in the living room.
I
I
have
literally just reread the
I
whole
have
thing.
the
in,
box
like,
set as well. I should reread them. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, where's the box? Huh.
It's under this chair. I could grab it, but
Yeah. What's your favorite Calvin Hobbes comic?
Well,
I
like,
can't pick
no,
a
you can't say.
favorite.
What are some ones that you like?
It's been a while since I think I
Yeah.
read them when I was like 10,
Yeah.
9 or 10.
There's so many of
So
them,
I
but
need
the
to
smock one
reread.
is pretty good.
Yeah. Just Calvin and Hobbes is great.
Yeah, it's great. It's amazing. It's amazing, really.
Mhm.
It's like Peanuts, but just so much better. in every
Another legendary thing that a lot of people just don't know about.
Calvin and Hobbes, yeah, it's amazing.
What is
Because
it? It's like
because it didn't go on as long as Peanuts. It's only for like 8 years.
I don't
or
know
something
what
like
Peanuts is.
that. Charlie Brown,
Mm.
like that went from like the 50s to the 90s. Yeah. Whereas Calvin and Hobbes only went from 1984 to like 1996 or something.
Oh, you know that one where Calvin is like pretending to be God, and then it shows his parents on the final one, and his dad's going something along the lines of, "Have you seen how absorbed he is with those toys?"
The Tinker Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's building his own whole world in there.
His mom goes, "Oh, I bet he'll grow up to be an architect." He's there like, "Die, mortal."
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I need to reread those books.
And not to mention the things with all the things around Christmas where he's trying to decide whether he's good or not. But my favorite part of the whole series, they keep referring back to the noodle incident, and they never reveal it or mention what it actually is. Just leaves it up to your imagination what the noodle incident actually is.
The
They
meta one
they mention it
about
12, like
incident
8 times throughout the series. Sometimes like twice in the thing, but like sometimes like years apart.
You guys know
Just
that
saying that no
really
one can
meta
prove
one
I
about
was doing
school?
that.
Where the one where he's in school and the test says, "When did the Pilgrims land at Plymouth Rock?" 1620, and he says, "As you can see, I've memorized this utterly useless fact long enough to pass a test question. I now intend to forget it forever. You've taught me nothing except how to cynically
You failed.
manipulate the system. Congratulations."
You failed. Congratulations, Miss Woodworth.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then also just the thing where he says just this completely out there answer and says, it's like, I hear that just looks at the, like I'm saying camera for the point of view. It's like, I hear that the teachers have a lot of fun in reading my test answers in the lounge. That one's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. What should this episode be called?
Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, let's see if something better comes up.
Okay.
Here's another question.
No, Dwarvish
Which one
sign language.
Which
Like
one
Dwarvish
of
sign
the
language.
backyardigans are you?
Blue one, the penguin.
I'm you're
Tyrone.
Pablo or Tyrone.
You're Tyrone, right? You have to be Tyrone.
Or okay. No, Pablo's the penguin.
Yeah.
I'm Tyrone, the moose, I think he was.
Yeah, he's a moose, orange moose.
And then who would you be?
I guess that leaves me as Austin, or just the one guy with a normal name. The whatever, he's like a kangaroo or something. A purple kangaroo
Yeah,
dude, I
what
guess.
is he?
I think he's a purple kangaroo.
I'm looking up
And then
their
there's
their
Unique
order.
Yeah,
Who's an insect, I think.
No, they're like, is that the pink person?
Yeah.
Who's
She's like an insect, I think.
There's the pink lizard bug thing, the yellow hippo, the kangaroo,
yeah,
the
kangaroo.
moose, and the penguin.
Yeah.
Oh, I forget about the hippo.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the hippo. Or flowery dress or something.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
To be honest, that was
oh,
my
right, I
absolute
remember.
favorite show when I was really little. That and the Wiggles.
That and the Wonder Pets for me.
Oh, Wonder
The-
Pets.
the-
Fuck yeah, dude.
I never watched
Wonder
them.
Pets. Wonder Pets and like a lot of classic cartoons. So
Yeah.
like classic Spider-Man and Inspector Gadget.
Mm. I was always a fan of
Dude,
the
Inspector
Marvel.
Gadget to this day has maybe the catchiest theme song of all
I'm
time.
gonna have to listen to it.
Yes.
Boop-a-doop-a-doo, Inspector
Oh yeah,
Gadget.
that one.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Like
No,
I've never even
it's
heard it, but I
stuck
just
in
know
my
how it
head.
goes.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Boop-a-doop-a-doo, Inspector. Dude, it's
Gadget.
literally, fuck, it's so good.
It's
It
amazing.
is. Now, can you please stop before I get
But
stuck in my
minus the
head?
podcast, of course, has the most catchy theme song that exists.
Mine,
yeah,
To be honest, I've written a bunch of theme songs.
next time, Gadget. Next time.
To be honest, I've written so many theme songs for stuff. Like I've written 2 variations on theme song for like a Zoom meeting thing that a friend used to do during the early stage of COVID called the Corona Time Show.
Mm.
And then also I wrote a theme song for a friend's YouTube series called Minute Reviews. It's all cowbell and 70s piano and stuff.
You should have made that
More
theme song
cowbell.
exactly 1 minute just to piss him off.
Minute Reviews. To be honest, I actually did a second variant for the outro, which is like super dance version. Should see if I can track that down. Like I'll put a video with that theme song in the description.
Yeah, do it.
You know, I'll put a card up. Hey, loudness. So now I can tell there needs to be a card there.
What?
Instead of just remembering how far it is through the video, I just say something loud so that there's a spike there and I can tell that there should be something there.
All right, what?
Yep.
All right. Serious 5 minutes.
Yes. Wait, what? I thought it was only 1.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
I think
episode
a
2.
5 is too much.
5 is
Serious
too much. That's
1
like a
minute.
third of our. That's a sixth of our show.
What are your thoughts on people sort of ignoring the pandemic or acting like it doesn't exist, or saying that they're not going to get vaccinated, saying that they believe it was a government made up thing, or the media made it up.
Plandemic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
Microchips in the
it's-
masks
It's stupid and dangerous.
turns you into being Islamic.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's like I'd be fine.
It's all
with
part
it.
of the gay agenda.
I would hate.
Now listen to this.
Yeah,
Now-
I would.
from the fucking
I would hate it. I would
Don't
hate
you
it.
understand?
I would hate that exists anyway. But the fact that it's actually not just jeopardizing people's own lives, it's jeopardizing other people's lives.
Yeah.
That's what
And
really
then-
pissed me off about that.
And then it's just so like all of the arguments are just like, yeah, well,
So dumb. You can't prove it. Those are fake news.
yeah, or
Once you discount fact
think-
itself,
I
there's
think
no way
my
you can win.
favorite one is like, well, if your mask works, why do I need to wear mine?
And then you
like-
just use the seatbelt thing.
It
It's like,
Yeah,
protects the
if your
exactly.
other people,
seatbelt,
not
if
you.
your
If
seatbelt
your
works, why'd
brakes-
you care that I drive drunk?
If my brakes work, then why do I care that you drive
Have you
drunk?
guys seen that diagram, which is like, okay, if you go to pee on someone and neither of you are wearing pants, then you both get peed on. If you go to pee on someone and they're wearing pants, then they don't get as much pee on them. If you're both wearing pants, then only the person who peed on themselves pees on themselves.
Exactly. It's a good one.
Really disgusting example, but it's really
Oh,
fitting.
yuck. Hey, do any of you remember how the it's all whatever it is meme? It's like and always has been. How that started as a flat earther thing, where the joke is that someone drew a thing where a space shuttle goes up with all the flat earthers on it. It's like, wait, it's all round? Always has been. And it's like, I don't know, like flat earthers and NASA. That's how it started out. Can you remember how that started out?
You know, the only side to
the first one that I saw was wait, it's all Ohio? Always has been.
The first one I saw it like when it first came out. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
what's the current meme? I don't even know.
I know some people that aren't getting the vaccine, which
why?
One group of them, one family, they just have an allergy to it, so they just can't get it.
That's understandable.
That's perfectly
have a nice
understandable,
day.
But you know, the other people. I mean, you know, if people don't want to get the vaccine, that's okay. I don't like that, but I'll respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Because as long as you're not stopping me from getting the vaccine, you're not hurting me.
Well, you're probably not going to actually be able to get it because at this point, no one below 18 is allowed to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
One more year.
Yeah.
It's been 1 year till I get the vaccine.
Yeah, 10 months. Sucks how the vaccine stuff is not working very well in Canada.
Yeah, it's getting better though. I think. Maybe, hopefully.
But you know what? I mean, I think right now for people to say that they're not going to get the vaccine is unless it's a direct allergy, which obviously you can't get it.
That exists. Yeah.
But if you're choosing, I don't want to get it, then you're running around.
Like my mom can't get a flu shot due to that. An allergy to it. Yeah.
Like you know, if it was the Black Plague, there wouldn't be these people saying, "No, I don't want to get injected with a needle."
No, actually, they've actually shown images of people that were like that didn't believe it existed. Oh, there's actually pictures of like almost 100 years ago, the a Spanish flu, where there's just this picture of a bunch of people standing far apart from each other, one person with their nose showing.
And there's also like cartoons from newspapers from back then that are just so similar to cartoons nowadays. And
history. Well, there's a pandemic every 100 years.
What the fuck is with that?
No, seriously. Throughout history, there's been a pandemic every 100 years. It's been overdue.
There's okay.
It was almost exactly on schedule. It's like 1-2 years off or something.
Every single 20, there's been a pandemic for the past 500 years.
Yeah.
And it was okay. There's this meme which is top of all time for r/memes.
Yeah.
And it's like something. It's like 1720, the Black Death. 1820, I forget what plague was in the
like chickenpox or something like that.
Chickenpox or smallpox or something like that. 1920, Spanish flu. 2020, and then it's Geralt going fuck. And that meme was released 3 days before COVID-19 was reported to the WHO. And so the person who made that was fucking clairvoyant.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, did you know how the Spanish flu actually spread? In the Second World War, the first case was reported in an American military group. But then, in the US, in Ohio actually. It's reported in Ohio, but then the thing is that there's it's probably just cold. We'll ship you off to Europe, and this whole group of hundreds of people, so everyone there goes infected. So then they literally every government covered it up, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to keep fighting, basically.
Yeah.
And except for Spain, because they weren't at war, so they actually had per capita some of the lowest numbers of it.
You guys remember?
I mean, it was basically spread entirely by the U.S.
Yeah, the U.S.
Spread in its entirety,
and Canada as well.
Yeah, but we caught it from the U.S.
Yeah,
the U.S. is more to blame than us.
when Finland got the -1 on their death count, and then how
What?
all of
I don't remember that.
Finland had 1 death from COVID, and then it went to -1 at one point.
Because the person
and-
like had came back to life or something.
Finland has discovered necromancy.
That was for me the funniest part of the pandemic, because social media saw that and went, memes.
Yeah.
well, How can you not? I'm pretty sure
There
the
are
Queen of
some
England is a
excellent-
necromancer to, you know, still
Oh.
have that.
No, she's a
whatever-
lich.
To have whatever, you know, her
Queen
husband's
Elizabeth
alive.
is a lich.
Like, seriously, he does not look alive, but he is somehow.
Yeah, she's definitely a lich. For sure.
What's that?
A lich?
Can't remember entirely.
Oh, it's like
I
it's
put it on the
like
Discord.
an undead that revives other undead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that seems pretty accurate. Yeah, she'll be around to see the next. She'll be around to see the next pandemic in the 20s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll
do you guys
send
know
you. I'll
that,
send an image of what a lich kind of looks like in classic myth. It's like a skeleton lord of a person that's like found found like eternal life, sort of.
Oh,
You guys
And
know
on
that that meme that went around on Reddit was one of the tops in r/memes, which was someone said, is 2 + 2 × 4 16, 15, 14, or 13? And 59% of people said 16.
Wait.
2 + 2 × 4.
that's,
Okay. Yeah, it would be 10.
Yeah, and the answer wasn't on there, but 59% of people said it was 16. The more people I talk to, the more I'm surprised how many people don't know a lot of the rules of Bedmas. Or Bedmas.
Well, I mean, you can do it the
Hmm.
other way.
as long as there's brackets. But
Yeah.
Well, not even then, but just like you can
Yeah.
just do it that way if you like. Sometimes that's how you're supposed to do it. Usually
Mhm.
it's bedmass, but sometimes it's left to right.
if you want to see all these epic memes, then just pop into our Discord in the description.
Woo!
Yeah, we have a good time there. Might even become a special guest one day if you're cool enough to hang out with us.
Okay, really,
Undeniably
we're
cool
just
people.
desperate for a special guest. Does someone
Yeah.
say you want to come on here?
Please, seriously.
We're not
Seriously,
running out of
please,
ideas.
anyone.
We're just lonely.
Yo, we're not running out of ideas. Queens didn't have any to begin with.
Yeah.
We're just sad.
On that sad note, like and
See ya.
subscribe. Like and subscribe. Or
I
don't,
think
really.
Mateus has the exact face of anyone in 2020 who's been told to like and subscribe. Just,
Yeah.
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
We are in the screaming 20s though, right? Like 1920s were the roaring
Roaring.
20s.
We're in the
Now
screaming
we're in the
20s.
screaming 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for
All
good
right,
luck
well.
in the 20s. Adios.
Have fun crack-a-lackin', gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
Have
do
fun,
another
Vsauce
episode here
fans.
soon. Just,
Saucy boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sauce men.
Sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Saucies. What are our fans called? Leave it in the comments.
Well, according to you, Rupert, on the Discord, it was what was it?
Podcast listener.
Idiots.
Yes.
Idiots. I think
that
idiots.
is-
Can we all agree idiots? Whoever
Yeah,
watches
basically.
this, idiots.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay.